Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is Sunday, June 29th of 2025. It's 86 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius at around 11:05 a.m. in the morning, as Mr. Clock says, so I hope his bell chimes are right because I had it all discombobulated. Today we're going to work on a silk oak that I got from Ted's. I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you about my surprise birthday gift and a silk oak. We're going to repot that from Ted's. But on my birthday, when I turned 77, I bet you don't know what kind of a birthday present I got. A sore throat and a runny nose for 4 days. Good Lord, was that crazy. Anvil took the pain out of the sore throat. I was drinking tea and honey. Wasn't helping that much, and then I took an Advil twice a day and it kicked it right out. But I still got the runny nose once in a while, but I'm better now. I was doing shorts, but because I couldn't do nothing, just sleep all the time. So everything was going to pot. But a silk oak needs like a fast draining soil. Plus it needs a slightly acid based soil. Now I got this pot that was in before. And it only had one hole in there. This middle hole. So what I did is I drilled 2 more holes in there so I can get some good drainage. I put the screen in there. And on the bottom, because of those chunks back there, let me get this out of the way because I got a mess over here. What I'm going to do is take some of my bark. Now this is just pine bark. I'm just going to put it in the bottom of the pot. And that'll help with any standing water and drainage. Just like that. And I got the number 7 knitting mesh from Hobby Lobby. But the silk oak I got from Ted's greenhouse, it was better than this, but I was sick, so I couldn't take. Half of the stuff was getting dried out. But go to Ted's greenhouse. It's in Tinley Park. You'll love Ted's out there. It's beautiful. And this is what I got. I don't know if you can read it. There we go. So we'll put that there. We'll put the pot on the side. We'll just take this. Now you can see all the roots on here. So Nick from Ted's, sorry about not being able to get this potted right away, but I don't know. I haven't had a cold in about 10 years. And what do you know? I got a summer cold. And that is crazy. So what I'm going to do is take my ironwood tools, because you know nothing cuts wood like ironwood. I'm just going to cut this back a little bit. I'm going to cut this back to here. I got a nice frog for my birthday, and I got a whole bunch of stuff, but I also got a whole bag of lipstick from my sister. She knows where to pick up the deals, and they were cheap from what she told me. I mean, that was great. So I'm not going to put lipstick on there yet because I'm going to first repot it. And it's a small cut. So let's get this pot out of the way. I know I got to clean everything up. Now I got a good root rake from Matt from Bobcat Bonsai. Check him. I like the wooden handles. It's good for people with arthritis or just want something warm to grip, something nice to grip. I like the feel of wood. And Matt makes good root rakes out of wood. Wood. Sorry, Matt. Getting tongue-tied. So, if you go to Matt's site, you can text him. Talk to him on his one of his YouTube videos, or you can go and I think he's got on his YouTube channel where to email him. But you can check it out. I'm not sure, Matt. Sorry about that. So you can see it's got a nice, robust root system. And this is a good mix from Ted's, so I'm not going to get rid of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in an old soil bucket. Now my last silk oak was doing pretty good, but then it just petered out and died. But what I was reading about silk oaks is that they love a fast draining mix, and if they get standing in water too much, the roots tend to rot. And these roots smell real good. The soil smells real good. There's no rot in there. There's nothing. So smell your soil. This way here you know if there's any rot in there, because you'll know the smell of a rotten soil. So, we're just going to cut some of these long, lanky roots off. And I got my scissors for roots. But I'm going to use my ironwood because these are a little tough. And this one's a taproot here, or where it was rooted. There we go. You know, nothing cuts wood like ironwood. Go to Ironwood Tools and talk to Claire. Go online, call up, and ask for Claire. And tell her I sent you. Now you can see there are 2 trees in one. So that is a nice little bonus. So what are we going to do, Tom? I'll show you what Tom's going to do. Okay. Now we got our pine bark in there. Now here's the mix. Let me get my... I know I got everything's a mess. You know when you get sick, half the trees die and everything starts goofing up on you. Let me give this a fast little mix again. I gotta make sure I got the cover on. And then I take my pruners, and if the chunks on the pine bark are a little big, you just cut them. It's just wood. No soil on them, nothing. Just cut them. Just like that. Got some nice little pieces in there. Now we're gonna take our, you can see how our soil looks. It's nice and robust. It's got a nice mix in here. We got a nice sandy mix in there. So, I'm gonna put one tree over here. But the first thing we're going to do is wet the roots. Put that there. Now we're going to wet the roots real good over here. Put that there. And then we're going to take our azoos. There we go. This is beneficial bacteria. It's not a fungicide or not, it's just a beneficial bacteria. Ah. There you go. And then we'll take, put like a little mound there, put that on there. Just like that. Get our tree in there. I'm gonna say, Tom, this is like a forest scenery. You know why? Because you got to leave room for the imagination. If you don't have imagination, you're not going to get nothing right. With the chunks in there, I got to get this in there right. And as you can see, the forest spans from here and here, but I'm thinking of how my uncle used to have it up in the Upper Peninsula, Michigan when he was alive with my aunt. Yeah, they used to have their food for the winter with deer meat. And I know one time, he says, Tom, get over here. And they showed me how when they had the deer, how they had to gut it, wash it. And I was with my aunt, they gave me a saw and I was cutting everything up, cutting up the meat with them. So it was an experience. You know, when you're a kid, you get good experiences like that. God bless their souls. They were good. There you go. I'll just fire that in. And you can see the chunks. And then we'll just get it in. There's a method to my madness here. And then we'll get Mr. Elephant. We'll start watering it in. And with them 2 big extra holes, I'm going to do that to the other pots if I ever have to take them apart. Because you got more room for this water to drain. You ain't got that one little itty bitty hole. So don't worry about drilling. Just drill a hole out. Oh, you're going to ruin the pot. So what? It's your pot. If it's from somebody else, tell them, hey, this is what I got to do, because otherwise your trees are going to die. They're not going to have the benefit of all the drainage in there. So you take a napkin, just take it like that, and you can see how it's draining. You can see all the water draining out. Now, I have a little house that we're going to stick in the middle. No, I'm not going to put moss here because this is a tropical plant and it's an indoor plant. There's nothing I can really do to get it right. So in this one I got seed starter mix, chicken grit, and coarse sand. This is just our top dressing for the house, for the inside. And we're just going to put it down, just for the top. Now hopefully these trees take off. Now, you know, because of the heat, it's going to get hotter. It's going to get a couple of degrees more warmer today, hotter. I think that's bad English, but Dave from Dave's Bonsai, don't correct me on that. I know you're a school teacher. I know, Dave. We all make mistakes. So, we got this. Remember, close your lids, because when I was shaking it before, I didn't have the lid on all the way. Now this container I got at the Dollar Tree. This was, I think, $1, $1.25. I forget what they are now. Back then it was $1 before the prices went up. And it's good to have your soil mixes in there. I'm just going to have that like that. And then I got some coarse sand. We'll just make a little path coming out. Now, I don't have any people or nothing, but we're just going to make believe that this is the house. These trees will grow so it'll look like you got a forest coming out on this side and this side. And in the background, this is just a tree planted inside the forest. I don't have any more bad English. I do not have other stones that I could put here, but for now we're just going to do this. And this will go outside tonight, because I know we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, so that'll be good. So all we're going to do is just put a little sandy path here, like a little gravel coming out of the forest. And you can put the trail comes out this way. Or he cleaned up his spot so he can walk and get onto the road out here. So this could be our road coming out. Just like that. And then, now chicken grit is just mineral grit ground up. They grind it into various sizes. And then we can take a #1 chicken grit mix and just stick it in the back here. Doesn't have to go all the way around because we got the other chicken grit in there mixed with the soil and the sand. And you make it plain, you make it simple. Plain and simple. That's all you gotta do. Something that you like. Somebody says, oh, you can't do that. 2 trees don't make a forest. Sure they do. It's your imagination. What goes on around. It's your imagination. It doesn't have to be an odd number of trees. See, I break away from the traditions of bonsai. I don't say all those fancy Japanese words and stuff. I don't use their soil. I do not use their language, literati, and all that other junk. If it's a leader, it's a leader. If you're going out looking for, if you're going out foraging for trees, you're foraging for trees. It's not whatever they call it. I make it plain and simple so you can understand. And that's the way bonsai should be. Simple and easy to do. You don't have to use all them fancy terms. Oh, you're not bonsai because you don't use some fancy terms. Oh, who cares? I do what I want to do because I want it simple for you to understand. So a leader is a leader. If you're going to go looking for trees, you're going foraging for trees, or you're going out hunting for trees. There. Plain and simple. So, I thought I almost didn't press the button there for a minute. So, you know what today is? I'm going to put this, I got a makeshift tag on there from the old one, and I'll put today's date on it. And then I'll put the lipstick. Let's see what my sister has for me here. Whoa, we got red lipstick. I don't know what this brand is. B-E-L, oh, it's called Believe. I don't know, some kind of French name on there, but cool, huh? So we're just going to give a little bit here. Oh my God, this thing is bright. This is the most brightest lipstick I ever seen in my life. Look at that color. Just look at it. Now this is great probably for roses, or if you got a flowering rose and it's red, you got a lipstick to mark it, so when you cut everything off, you know, hey, this is a red rose. And you can see how nice the lipstick goes, and it's a sealer. It seals everything in. So today's Sunday, it's family day. Tell everybody after 6 o'clock, you're not answering the phone because you're spending time with your family. And that's the best time to do is family day. And family day is for family. You go out in the morning, you visit your mom and dad, your grandmas, your grandpas, your aunts, your uncles, anybody that you want to visit. Take the children, let them get to see their relatives. Let them get to see their grandmas and grandpas. And then after that, I don't know. I haven't heard nothing on Mr. Clock. I'll have to check him out later. But after that, 6 o'clock rolls around, you shut that phone off. You sit down with the wife and the children, and you just watch a little TV, some of the old shows like Lawrence Welk, when music was music, or sit down and relax with each other's company, watch a little movie or something. Just be with the kids after 6 o'clock. Relax and shut the phone off. Let that mind rest. Take care, everybody. Have a good day, and remember, summer colds are nasty. This is the tail end. I'm feeling good, but I hate colds. Take care, everybody. Oh yeah, 77 now. I made it over the hump.